Welcome to another video. This is chicory in the pot. It's my coffee substitute that I filter through a strainer. 1 tablespoon with 1 tablespoon of sugar. Done. Look what happens when people follow orders. They blindly spray the sky with poison. Just natural cloud formation there. Nothing to see here. 2 words to describe the motherfuckers that run this show. Psychopath control freaks. And I thought my mom was a control freak growing up, but this is just on another fucking level. They want to control the air, the water, the food, everything, the weather. They want to control your life and turn you into a barcode. A typical day of training for me is a run followed by calisthenics. The run typically lasts 30 minutes, and once a week I like to do a short time trial as a minimum, so that could be at least a mile time trial. And 5k is the preferred length for the time trial. And there you can see my calisthenics training plan in the right hand corner at the top. It's from the book Get Strong by Al Cavadlo. It's a 16-week training program that has 4 phases: beginner phase, intermediate, advanced, and unique level. And this is the second phase, the first week of the second phase. You can see it's a lot more demanding than the convict conditioning training plan that I was doing before. And I think this will get better results as I get a lot more training load in than before. So this chin-up variation is harder than what I was doing before. Before I was bending my legs backward at the knee. And in this book, he recommends to keep the legs straight and towards the front. And as you can see, I'm really shaking a lot there, and this is the second set, so it was more difficult than the first set. The next exercise in this series is the hanging leg raise, and I just put my legs out like that to prevent my body from swinging, and thus getting extra momentum to make the exercise easier than it would otherwise be. So yeah, just 5 reps at a time, and then rest a minute between the sets. That's what they recommend in the book, 1 minute to 90 seconds of rest. And then you just keep going like that until the exercise sequence is complete. As for the length of the reps, I keep them between 3 and 4 seconds, fairly slow and controlled. And then you have this exercise, of course, static exercise. So with this one, I just hold it one shot and don't do 3 times 5 seconds like he recommends in the book, just because I can hold it for longer. And this wall handstand wasn't very strong. I could only hold it for 20 seconds, whereas usually if I didn't do the other exercises before, I could probably hold it for double that length of time. And then, of course, you got the squats. So it's not just about training the upper body, you've got to train the lower body too. And another thing worth mentioning is the frequency of this training session is 3 times per week. So you're going to get proper training done from this. And you will probably be sore, especially if you do this for the first time. But after a while, your body adapts and the muscle soreness should go away. You can see my squat form is not perfect as my heels lift up off the ground. In the book, he clearly says that you have to get your heels to touch the ground. I just don't have the flexibility for that, nor do I have the patience, so I just do what I can. And yeah, you can see as a result of the heels not being planted on the ground, the knees shake a little bit, and it's probably not ideal to train like that. So what are my goals with the calisthenics? I don't really have any specific goals. I'm just happy if I make progress and get some strength gains. That's good enough for me. I don't really care about getting swole, having insane size, being jacked. That's not really important to me. If I really cared about that a lot, then I would take steroids, but yeah, that's not my mission in life. As for the difficulty of the leg exercises, I don't find them that difficult, but they do step up in the next phase of the training plan. So I'm just going to chill out with the current leg exercises until it gets harder in the next phase. You might also have noticed that I'm no longer running with the Ultra shoes. The shoes got holes in the sole at the front, there by the big toe. So now I'm just running with Lidl €10 shoes, and they seem to be doing the job just fine. It's another way you can save money on this minimalist peasant lifestyle. Eat for €3 a day and run in shoes that cost €10. And yeah, that's about what I pay each day for the diet. I've worked it out, €3 a day on average. And other days I do tend to have more vegetables in the form of carrot juice or perhaps some green leaves like pak choy or zucchini. These are the vegetables that I enjoy. Diet isn't super low fat at the moment, not 10 grams a day or less. It's probably about 20 to 30 grams. I really enjoy having the odd avocado as well as some coconut milk. The coconut milk adds a wonderful creamy flavor and texture to the food, and that's something that's I really like. It comforts me. And finally, I'd like to end off the workout section with a bit of levity. If you're a narcissist, then calisthenics isn't for you. You belong in the gym, my bro, okay? Because you can check yourself out in the mirror and you can check who's checking. Not only that, you can spend money on a membership and then tell everyone on social media how much money you spent on the membership, alright? Seriously though, not hating on gym goers. If you dig the gym, by all means, go for it, enjoy it. There is an alternative though, and it doesn't have to cost you anything. That's the cool thing about calisthenics. It's perfect for the peasant. I still have 15 seconds before this clip ends. What else can I add? Oh yeah, if you can do 100 reps, then it's too easy. You got to find a way to make the exercise harder, to bring it back down to 10 reps or less. I watched a brilliant horror film last night, at least for me it was, and I highly recommend it. It's called Speak No Evil. So if you get the chance to watch it, do me a favor, watch that movie. I won't forget the most important line. There was one line that really stood out for me in that movie. And the normal couple asked the psychopathic couple, why are you doing this to us? And you know what they said? Because you let us. That is a valuable lesson. That is a lesson that we came here to learn in this life. What we allow will continue. So if we continue to allow these fucking psychopaths to rule over us, they will fucking rule over us. For the morning smoothie after the workout, I just chuck 5 large bananas in the blender, as well as 100 grams of sugar, you can see there. And that's sufficient. I don't know how visible that is, but it's about 1.2 liters of smoothie. Lunch is really simple, just a vegetable stock cube with pasta and pepper. And I also added a liter of water to it to give it a soup-like consistency. I also had potatoes with some barbecue sauce for some flavor. Barbecue sauce. Yeehaw! And mushrooms from the forest that Pauline got for us. Really good stuff. And then I just added that to the previous night's curry. Coconut milk, tomatoes, vegetable stock cube, and some sugar. Calories in and out today pretty much the same. Didn't plan for it, it just ended up that way by default.